December 21st, and time once again for not a creature was stirring. A few episodes ago, I described the book Stuart Little as feeling like it came from a totally different cultural idiom, as if it had been translated from some other language. Well, today I've got a mouse book that was, in fact, translated from another language, Italian. It's actually part of a huge series that came about long after I stopped reading children's books regularly, but before I started collecting them regularly. It's called Geronimo Stilton. More specifically, this book is called My Name is Stilton, Geronimo Stilton. He takes his martinis stilted, not stirred. Because the name of the book is the character introducing himself, I assumed this would be number 1. It's actually number 19. I've also, in previous books, noted how interesting it is when they don't actually mention in the text that the characters are animals, and instead it's just the illustrations that make them out to be such. There's no such issue in this book. Every page of the text has some reminder to you that these are mice, and they live in a mouse world, and everything is for mice, by mice, of a mouse, to a mouse, a mouse, oh mouse! Look at this map of the world that they live in. New Mouse City, San Mouse Cisco, Mousefort Beach, the Ratlantic Ocean, the Mousific Ocean. What makes it especially weird is that everyone in the book is a mouse. Look at this huge cast of characters on just the first page. Lydia Thinslice, Sweetie Cheese Triangle, Patty Plump Rat. Yeah, what a tub. Valerie Vole. Michael Mouse. Michael Mouse? And then you start reading the text. And the first thing that I think of when I read this book, Wired magazine in the 90s. This book emphasizes certain phrases by putting them in different colors and different fonts. My name is Stilton, Geronimo Stilton. I like to think of myself as a very normal mouse. I don't like to stand out in the crowd. I don't like
loud rock music.
I don't wear clothes with polka dots or stripes or bright colors. The story as it is all about how Geronimo Stilton, our hero that we've been apparently following for 18 books so far, is a real boring type A personality who even brags about how much more he likes bland American cheese. One day he hires a new personal assistant who turns out to be a 14-year-old. It was her outfit that really got my attention. The first thing I noticed were her shoes.
I could not believe my eyes.
Her shoes were enormous. That's right, enormous. That's mouse language for human. They were shocking pink high-top sneakers with high see-through platform soles. Inside the platforms, pink plastic fish swam in water. A bright light flashed on and off, illuminating the fish. Those sound like some pretty awesome shoes. Too bad the illustrator couldn't be asked to draw it and just put fish prints all over her soles.
You are my new assistant.
I stammered. It could not be true. That's right. But you're so young. For your information, I am already 14. When I was your age, I was playing with my Teddy Mouse, not working on a newspaper. It's not my fault you didn't have any goals back then. Shots fired! Geronimo basically hired Pinky at random just by pointing to whoever he thought looked good on paper. But he quickly regrets it as she overtakes the entire journalism part of the office and starts spending his money like wild. She even hires on her own personal assistant, whose name is Mary Melody. Well, 1, wow, it's not a pun on mice. 2, where's Cree Summer when you need her? So Pinky takes over Geronimo's life, even signing him up to celebrate New Year's Eve at the North Pole. Just go with it. There's literally no setup for that. He just says, Pinky made a deal with Mouse TV. We're going to celebrate New Year's Eve at the North Pole, and the TV station is going to film it. Isn't that great? So they go to the New Year's Eve party at the North Pole, and a whole bunch of mice are there. And apart from getting shipwrecked and having to bore a hole in an iceberg to stay warm, it all goes great. When I got home, I felt like a new mouse. I was no longer the same plain old Geronimo Stilton. I had changed. So now that he spent a lot of time with this wild, hip young mouse, suddenly Geronimo is all about being young and hip and wearing sunglasses and denim jackets, which are, I guess, cool again if you're a mouse, and spending tons and tons of money. Yeah, it's almost kind of like he had a visit from the ghosts of Christmas past, present, and future. Gee, this is almost a Christmas book. But actually, it all happened because he met a little girl who convinced him to open up. I guess it's more like Silas Marner.